Hi, I'm Mark from L&M Small Engine. Today we're working on a Toro Power Clear 721 QZE. It's a single stage snowblower. Story on this is they bought it new last year, put gas in it, used it once, and it sat pretty much a whole year now. And when they drop it off, I smelled the gas. The gas is old. We'll tear into it, clean the carburetor, see if we can't get it running. So hope you enjoy the video. Okay, to get to the carburetor, looks like I have to take all this shrouding off here. Looks like some 8mm, a couple 10mm. Thought we could take this off without taking this cover off here. Loosen up this top cover. Looks like we have to use a Phillips on that. And we gotta take off a couple brackets under here. There we go. Now we should be able to take that off now. There we go. We just gotta take off this primer hose and see right here the pull rope, the primer bulbs. That primer bulb needs replacing too. So we're gonna have to kind of move that. Looks like it got bent too. That pull rope cut right through that. So we'll take this primer line off. Take this clamp off. There we go. See that yellowish stain there? That's all that old gas. Smells pretty bad too. And unhook our fuel line. And I'm gonna grab a bucket to drain the rest of that old gas out of there. I'm gonna wiggle it around first so you don't tear the fuel line. And we'll pull that out, unhook the governor linkage and the spring. And the carburetor will come right off. And our next step will be is to take the carburetor apart, clean it up. Okay, take the bowl off. Use a 10mm and these drain plugs right here. They use the opposite of where the fuel comes in at or when you put it back on. It don't look that bad, but everything's like really sticky. Feels like glue. As you can see in the bottom, I don't know if you can see it, but it looks kind of yellow down in there. That's that doggone ethanol fuel. Then we're going to take this idler adjust. So we take this screw here out. See how far it's sticking out on the other side? So remember that when you put it back together again. We'll pop that there out. And pop this here. It's your idler jet. There's a little hole right here. There's two big holes on the sides right here. You want to make sure that jet right there is clear. That's what makes it from not surging and stuff. As you can see, that's plugged up. So I'll grab a little piece of wire and we'll stick it in there, work it back and forth. Some people call these pilot jets too. Okay, that's cleaned out now. And your main jet's in here. You either take carburetor cleaner and boil it and shoot in there or boil it out. And I'm just gonna boil this carburetor because like I said, everything's like just like glue. It's all sticky. So we'll stick it in the carb cleaner and come back and put it together. Okay, I boiled it out with the ultrasonic cleaner. But like I said, if you don't have one of them, make sure this main jet is cleared. It'll shoot gas through the venturi, the carburetor there. Like I said, this thing's only like a year old, so just make sure that rubber tip is nice and cleaned off. Get all that sticky stuff off there. And if it leaks gas, you got to replace that needle with the seat on it. And this drain plug goes opposite of that. Go ahead and snug that down. And we'll put this pilot jet back in there. Maybe there's a little O-ring on there. Make sure that O-ring's in good shape. Push it back in there. Then this is what actually holds it in place. And we'll screw it into where it kind of was before, like that there. And now we can go ahead and put it back on the snowblower. And before we put it on there, take your air hose and drain the gas out of the tank. But you know, there might be a little bit left in there or whatever. Just kind of use a rag so gas don't go flying all over. So make sure you get all of it out. Make sure there are water droplets in there or whatever. No sense of doing this twice. We can just do it once. Just do it right the first time. Make sure that gasket on the inside is in good shape. The throttle linkage in there, then this little spring. Goes in that little hole there. I don't know if I can get in there. Oh, there we go. And just kind of bend it back up so it don't fall out. Now we can hook up the fuel line. And go and put our clamp on. Put that spacer / gasket on there. And like I said earlier, the rope burned right through that primer. There's 2 little clips there, just pops right out of that. And I'm pretty sure it's the same thing as the older Tecumseh motors, them little 2-strokes and stuff. They had these primer bulbs. I'm almost positive they're the same doggone things. Holes are the same and everything. So we'll put the hose on there. And just pop it into place. And put our clamp back on there. And we're good to go. So we'll hook up our kill wires back up. And we'll hook up this primer line, the carburetor. Try getting all the holes lined up here. There we go. We'll start them 2 nuts right there for you. Put them back on so they don't fall apart on us. All this Mickey Mouse stuff just to get to the carburetor. I'll just put them on there kind of loose for now. Until we get everything all lined up. Now we got a couple over here. And we tighten these other ones up. Now we're going to finish tightening them 2 carburetor bolts. I got to put this bracket back on here. And before we get too carried away, let's check the oil. And just, being the carburetor's like that, it's always good to smell the oil. If you smell gas in the oil, just go ahead and change it right away. Don't want to take no chances. So I'll finish putting this bracket on here. Then we'll put some fresh gas in here and see if we can get this thing fired up. Now I'll go ahead and put some fuel in here. I like using 91 octane. I definitely don't use ethanol in these small engines. Okay, let's see what this thing does here. Okay, push the primer. Okay, well, there you go. Hope you enjoyed the video. I appreciate you watching. If you like my videos, please press the like button and subscribe. Anyways, you have a good afternoon. Bye.